All right, everyone, listen up because I really need you to let this sink in. Everyone watching this video right now, you're not here by accident. In fact, you're not even normal. You're part of the 1%, the tiny group who actually understands what's happening in the world right now. You're awake to it all. The money games, the media noise, the coordinated attacks on XRP and crypto as a whole, and all the power moves flying over everyone else's heads. And here's the truth, over the next 3 to 6 months, your entire life can change. I'm not just talking about portfolio numbers going up. I'm talking about that moment when you realized you were early, when everyone who called you crazy or told you crypto was a scam suddenly wants your advice, your attention, your secrets. You deserve what's coming. You sat through the FUD. You watched them try to crush innovation. You saw every scary headline about XRP and you didn't flinch. You held on. You did your own research. You trusted your gut. And that's why you are still here. While the rest of the world is about to find out what we've known for years. So let's be clear. These next 3 to 6 months, it's the reward for being a contrarian. It's payback for every time you had to explain XRP at Thanksgiving. It's the moment the 1%, our 1%, gets everything they deserve. If you're ready for that shift, smash that like button, folks. Do it. It helps the channel. It gives everyone the confidence that they need to ride out this bull run and to understand where these prices are going, where these markets are going, not to get shook out by the drama that goes on Twitter. This is real information in real time. Without further ado, let's jump into it. The markets look absolutely beautiful. And these are just the early days. Bitcoin's coming in at $117,782. Ethereum coming in at $2,985. And XRP, yeah, buddy, coming in at a mean lean $2.62. We spoke about XRP in the first video of the day when I'll show you it real quick, but we're going to get into it again. 265 is the key number we are looking to get past. As always, this is the Bullwinkle Blueprint, Rip's new channel. That's right, because of what they tried to do to me on the old channel. So here we are. Fox Business, they said Bitcoin's price is coiled up like a spring with upside to 170K. Well, thanks, Fox Business. But you know the old saying, when Fox Business starts talking about it, it's a little too late. And they're starting to do that thing again. When they're talking about these cryptocurrencies, you want to what? Do me a favor. Keep my crypto out of your mouth. How about that? Then we get this. This is a very good tweet. I want to talk about this. Unknown DLT says they have delayed the resolution of the case, talking about Ripple versus the SEC, so that people don't have the opportunity to buy XRP cheaply. The case has been the biggest circus in history. It is time to release the world's greatest asset. Let's talk about this for a second, because we still don't have resolution to the case, right? For some reason, the SEC is refusing to sign off. But you know what? Something's bigger is at play here, because we heard from Stuart Alderati that this case was done months ago, but for some crazy reason, it is still ongoing. For years, the XRP lawsuit has been a circus, a headline-grabbing spectacle designed to shake out the weak hands and keep prices artificially low. It's done exactly that. But let's flip the script. This wasn't just a delay. This was the ultimate blessing for those with vision. Think about it. What the rest of the market chased hyped in shadows, XRP holders were forged into the fire. The SEC case kept out the speculators, the pump and dump crowd, and most importantly, it gave the everyday investor a chance to accumulate an asset before the real money arrived. Now XRP, it stands alone. as the only digital asset in the United States with regulatory clarity. That's not just a legal win, everyone. This is an open invitation for Wall Street, banks, and institutional giants to enter this market with confidence. This is the moment big money has been waiting for. They weren't going to risk billions on assets that were mirrored in legal uncertainty. But now the path is clear. The rules are set. The stage is built, and XRP is front and center. Look at all the meetings Brad is attending at the White House. Look at Trump putting out an ETF that has an XRP allocation. And now, before you go, it only has a 2% allocation. It has 2% more than XLM, Avalanche, HBAR, Velo, Sui, you name it. 2% is plenty, because last time I checked, 2 was greater than 0. This is the moment that the big money has been waiting for. They weren't going to risk billions on assets mirrored in legal uncertainty, folks. Think about that. Just think about that line. So while the world watched the drama, we quietly just stacked. And now, with regulatory clarity, the floodgates are officially opened. XRP isn't just back, it's ready to lead the next financial revolution. Write that one down. If you're still here, congratulations, you already won. The greatest opportunity always comes dressed as chaos. Now it's time to release the world's greatest asset, and you better get ready for what comes next. I put this out. All XRP holders, you all deserve what's coming. 100% you do. We should have never been in this position. But you can thank the corruption going on behind the scenes. XRP was always a target, but not anymore. And here you go. We're staring at one of the, if not the, most bullish charts in crypto. So let's talk about the breakout. Because what we're seeing isn't just a little rally. This is the kind of move that has new all-time highs written all over it. And it's just a matter of time before we enter price discovery. All the weak hands will sell at all-time high. And all the strong hands are going to ride this thing up into that double-digit territory. You can feel it in the charts. You can feel it in the market, the energy. And honestly, it just feels like we are just getting started. But let's get real, though. This didn't just happen overnight. Ripple's been grinding at this for years, putting in the kind of hard work most projects only dream about. I'm talking the real partnerships, the real conversations with banks, and even central banks. Ripple didn't just build a project, they built an entire infrastructure, brick by brick, all while the doubters laughed from the sidelines. Now, here's where things go nuclear. We got 18 XRP ETFs in the pipeline, just waiting for final signature, and they're coming. You know what that means, right? That's not just retail hype. That's institutional money coming in. That's pension funds. That's a tidal wave of new capital ready to flood in as soon as these ETFs hit the market. This is where price discovery goes from fun to, are you seeing those numbers? So when you see this breakout, remember, this isn't a fluke. This is Ripple's vision meeting reality. Years of hard work, partnerships with some of the biggest financial names in the world, and now the rocket fuel of ETF inflows. And you know what happens when institutional money starts buying up XRP, because these are all going to be spot ETFs? We start running out of XRP that is available out there, either via the exchanges or the market makers. They only have so much XRP to market makers and the exchanges. Supply plus demand equals price appreciation. It is that simple. So right now, all of the holders that got your bags, we're ahead of the curve. Most people are still wandering the aisles, totally unaware that the shelves are about to get wiped clean, but not you. Nope. Congratulations on that, by the way. You're here. You get it. And you're part of the 1% who sees what's coming before these headlines catch up. And if history shows us anything, it's that supply shock changes lives, and it changes them fast. One day, it's just business as usual. The next day, the world wakes up and wonders, how did they miss this? So whether you're stacking, holding, or now just waking up to what's happening, remember, this is your moment. Don't be the one left banging on the door after the rush. If you found value in this, smash that like button, subscribe for the latest XRP and crypto updates, and drop a comment. I want to hear your wildest XRP predictions down below. Let's see who's bold enough to call their shot before this supply shocks hit. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, be ready for what comes next. The future isn't waiting, it's already on the move. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.